What's up, guys? Jay Little here, and this isn't any kind of pack crackers or really anything, but I wanted to uh, tell you guys about a little story that happened. A buddy of mine, Sean, who you've seen on you've seen him participate by getting me packs so I can open them. But he recently got a $85 rare card from a $15 Mythic Treasure chest on CardKingdom.com. Now, first and foremost, I'm not saying this is not absolutely not gonna be anybody's typical experience with a Mythic Treasure box at all, because it hasn't been mine, and I've bought I've bought plenty of them. But he got a Yawgmoth will. Actually, he let me borrow it so I could show you guys. So if you can kind of see it, almost. But anyway, so what a Mythic Treasure chest is from Card Kingdom. It's a box of like 500 odd some cards. I don't know. But you get 400 some odd commons and uncommons. You get 50 rares. I'm actually reading this on the screen right now. So if I'm kind of looking down here instead of here, and I'm looking down here instead of here, it's because I'm reading this. But you get like 400 and some odd commons and uncommons, 50 different rares with no duplicates. That's cool. Unless you buy multiple of them, then you get plenty of duplicates, I'm sure. You get 25 different foil common and uncommon cards, also no duplicates, and 5 mythic rares for 15 bucks. It's not that in itself is not a bad deal. Like if you've seen on my channel, some of my most viewed Pack Crackers episodes are Mythic Treasure boxes from Card Kingdom. So it's really not a terrible purchase, I guess you could say. But it's it's more for like newer players that don't have a lot of cards, or people who just like to collect. Like if you're specifically trying to be in standard tournaments and that's the end all be all of anything you want to do, don't bother with the treasure chests, I'd say. But if you're a collector, if you're going to be a long time player, or if you're just starting for that matter, and you need some cards to make decks, Mythic Treasure chests are your way to go. For 15 bucks, you get like 500 cards. It's pretty good. But anyway, he got this Yawgmoth's will. Now, what he told me was he found it in the so they have them kind of like sorted. Like you get this box. I had a box here. Let me get it. Get a box like this. Card Kingdom. Wait, it doesn't say it there. It says it on the back. I thought it said it on the front, but it doesn't. You get a Card Kingdom box. Pretty cool box actually, if you need storage. But you get a box that has about 500 or so some odd cards in it. I'm not exactly sure of the exact amount, but you get a bunch of cards. They're kind of ordered. Like you get your commons, you get a butt ton of commons, you get a butt ton of uncommons. Again, then after those ones, you get the rares and the mythics and the foils and so on and so forth. He found Yawgmoth's Will, an $85 card from Urza's Saga, within the uncommon cards. Usually they're mixed up. Like you have your chunk of uncommons, your chunk of commons, your smaller chunk of mythics and rares, and all that stuff. But he found this one in one of the. I'm itchy. I don't know why. Am I allergic to making videos? Apparently. But he found this in the uncommons, and he emailed Card Kingdom, and I kind of I don't want to say forced him to email them, but I really talked him into emailing them. So he emailed them, and I really kind of wanted them to be upset and be like, "This guy's gonna get fired, whoever boxed these cards." But they're like, "Whoops, whoopsie doozies, that's yours now, I guess." So he actually, they basically said, since you found it in the uncommon section of the box, it's clearly an accident that we uh, did, and I want to thank Sean for being honest. Like most people be like, $85 card, just gonna put that in my pocket, my breast pocket right there under the E in my ginger shirt. Hey. But he was nice enough to email and be like, look, dudes, you sent me this very expensive rare card. $85 is pretty expensive in Magic, for an older card at least, or not necessarily older, but semi-older. But he emailed them, and they replied to him. I actually have the image that he sent. Hold on, let me try to find it here. They emailed him back, and they're like, "Whoopsie doozles, that's our bad. You can keep the card." And then he wanted to. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Not too sure if this inclusion was intentional or not, to be honest. As the Yawgmoth's Will is a rare card with a gold expansion symbol. We already know what the gold expansion symbol means, guys. You don't have to tell us. It means rare. Um, as a rare card with gold expansion symbol, the Mythic Treasure chest is supposed to have 50 different rares. So 50 different, what? That's not what it says at all. Total, so it's possible that the card was included on purpose. However, given the placement in the uncommon lot, it couldn't have been, it could have been an oversight. So I really wanted them to get upset and be like, it's an oversight. We're sorry. That guy who boxed these cards is fired. But then I kind of thought about it. I'm like, it was a mistake. Like some of the older sets, like especially like Urza Saga and stuff like that, you can't really see it too well on the camera. Let me get it over my face so it might want to zoom in. I have auto zoom there. You could, if you're just quickly just flipping through the cards, you're probably not even going to notice that it's actually or it's a rare instead of an uncommon. But they said then it sounds like you opened quite the mythic treasure chest, and it was. It says so he wanted, basically said you can have it. We don't want it back, and that's our bad. So that's cool. So props to CardKingdom for not being assholes about it, assholes about a mistake that was made. Because I'm not sure if you've ever bought. I did it again. If you ever bought a mythic treasure chest, it's pretty low on the expensive card list. You're lucky if you get like a $1 or $2 mythic, or like a 50-cent rare. I mean, some of the like 50-cent rares and like the dollar or two mythics are pretty good. You can use them in like a deck that you want to make, which is fine. But to get an $85 card, man, is insane. So I was kind of hoping they'd be upset. But they even offered him to pay him $66 worth of store credit to get it back, essentially, which I'm for. But he also has a zombie deck that this would be great in. If you're not familiar with Yawgmoth's Will, it's two and a black, and it says until end of turn, you may play cards in your graveyard as though they were in your hand. Cards put into your graveyard this turn are removed from the game instead. So again, waiting for it to focus. Kind of focus there. That's cool. But anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that this was, even though I didn't get to open it, and I'm sad about that, this was probably the coolest Mythic Treasure box on CardKingdom. So go out, like $15 really is not a lot of money to get like 500 cards, like 25 of which, actually like 50 of which are going to be rares anyway. You could sell them for like a quarter piece and get some of your money back. I don't want to do the math right now. But anyway, guys, I don't know what I'm going to put this in, just random Magic the Gathering nonsense, I suppose. But I just thought I'd tell everybody about that. $85 card in a $15 Mythic Treasure box from CardKingdom. Again, like I said, this kind of experience is not going to be common at all. It's going to be rare, one might say. It was a joke because uh, rarity. But if you like Magic the Gathering, if you tend to collect them, or if you're new to the game, get a Mythic Treasure box from CardKingdom.com. Maybe, but not probably, you'll get an $85 rare. And that $66. He's gonna get like 4 more treasure chests out of that if he decides to send it back to him for the store credit that they offered. But anyway, guys, I guess thanks for watching. I don't really know why I decided to talk about this, but it's kind of awesome if you ask me. But anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, there's another giveaway. I'm going to give away a card. I forgot what it was. Here it is. Perforos, bronze blooded, not blonde blooded. That's silly. That's going to be given away on Thursday. So tomorrow or the day after, depending on when I post this. But I'm going to give that a card away. The 1000th episode, the 1000th episode of Pack Crackers coming up this Friday. So in 2 to 3 days time, depending on when I post this. I might not even post it until afterwards. So who's to say? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll give you some more magic stories when I get the next treasure chest, I guess.